hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane. It goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh my!
Clint
Half the
Bowyer
field
through
is
the grass. The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, and the 18 gets on its roof.
And Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18.
His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
Side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there. I'm watching that green 2 car. I don't know if he's just kind of following this through here. Not sure if he got any damage or not.
Yeah, I think I saw him stop a little bit too soon, as if he made contact.
He may have hit the outside wall.
It would be nice if that contact.
And hard into the wall. And it looks like the 33 of Fontaine is
on his
on
side.
his lid now.
See Bobby Gerhardt also involved.
Gerhardt in the 5. And we are under caution with 5 to go at Daytona. Look at the top of the screen first. No, from the bottom to the top.
Looked like maybe Kaz Grala might have got into the 58 car of Clint King to maybe start this. And again, everybody's out there pushing and shoving and not trying to give up any room whatsoever. You see the 33 of Fontaine sliding on his roof.
Start-finish line. Logano comes down into Paul Menard. One car gets up on top of a group and goes flipping over and over, and the 30 lands on its roof. That's Parker Kligerman,
Cole Witt's teammate that just wrecked in that first caution. And Kenny, you've run this track so many times. That is one of the fastest place of this racetrack. And as Darrell has always pointed out, there's not a lot of banking there, and you're turning a pretty sharp turn.
Turn 2, back straightaway.
Well, he's in the middle of that pack of front-running cars, and all of a sudden he comes out of it, apparently getting bumped. You can see the hood fly off the cars. He spins around on the grass on the backstretch and then into a bank, and it flips the car over all the way over on his 4 wheels. He has the presence of mind pretty quickly to fire the car up and get it going again.
And drove it back into the pits.
Well, here we see it from a different angle as we see it spinning through the grass, approaching the bank of dirt. And when it hits that bank of dirt, it just rolls the car right over very nicely one time and back on its wheels.
Martin's wheel comes off. He gets off the course and gets up on the bank, hits those tires Ned was talking about, and it just upsets the car and flips it right over on its roof.
His wheel was off.
Just stays right there.
Yeah, the wheel obviously came off of the car as.
And there goes Daniel Hemrick off the bumper of Sheldon Reed. And this is the big one here at Talladega. Oh, my.
Got one upside down. Is that Daniel Hemrick on his roof?
Upside down.
Most of the field is caught up in this wreck. Only a handful of cars are driving by us right now. I hope Daniel's okay.
Yeah, here's a view of some of these hits into the wall. There's how Hemrick gets over. The 91 takes a pretty good hit there.
Riley Herbst looked like in the 98 riding right underneath of Hemrick as he went up on the wall. Chandler Smith got heavy damage.
You see a lot of these guys on the bottom, some damage, maybe not that bad, right? They're all kind of out of control spinning, but all the big hits really happen on the outside of the wall.
Had a really good race car. Here's that qualifying lap Friday afternoon. Gets that left rear in the dirt. The Caterpillar car goes around, backs in the fence, and watch this, climbs that fence and does a slow roll over, lands on its wheels, and Ward got out, threw his helmet, and said, I made a mistake.
Randy LaJoie in blue goes up on Dick Trickle, comes bouncing off the wall in Las Vegas. He goes across this brand new track upside down.
He might also tell you that the 37 car of Jeremy Mayfield.
Oh my goodness, we've gone through.
Big crash, a car upside down here on the main straightaway.
Keep going, it's here, keep going.
I believe.
And the track looks to be blocked. Well, there is one lane.
Cars sliding behind.
Here we see David Green, the cat car, coming off the corner, and Derek Cope loses control. He goes up, slams in the 96 car, hard blow to the wall. He gets up on his roof, slides down the racetrack, and somewhere about here it's going to go back on its wheels. There it goes over and on its wheels.
Oh, trouble down here. Who is that? Is that the 26
It is. Amick.
Oh, no, a car just turned down. One car just turned over. It's upside down on the back straightaway.
It's Michael.
Holy cow, what is he doing?
He slammed into Amick, Darrell, and that flip turned the car right over. Look at how he hit him with the right front.
Taking a couple of hard shots.
Yeah, that old Dr. Pepper car was getting hit from all angles.
Yeah, at 10, 2, and 4.
It was so crowded there, right where Michael was. There was cars inside, outside. Tried to cut down under Amick and got up on his left front.
Jax climbs the tires and goes over in turn one.
Comes to rest on his side. You see he's already hit the tire. You see the tire there, right at the bottom of your screen. That's what he hit that catapulted him up in the air.
Damaged on the left rear. He's taking his licks out here today. Belmont. Oh, and this car's one up on top of the other and into the wall.
And upside down goes Tim Beatty in the 42 car.
Spectacular crash. There's Beatty's car up on top. Wow. And in tandem, they go into the wall. A hard lick for both of them. And the impact turned Beatty's number 42 upside down.
And let's get a look at it here. Oh my.
Man,
he rolled it.
He got upside down. He got clear into the inside of the truck. He hit those big tires that were protecting that inside guardrail because of the angle, and he got completely upside down. A little bit, might have been some contact there as Andy Houston might have touched him just a little bit, but he's going backwards, and he gets into those tires, and boy, that's a sudden stop. And look at those tires. I don't know how much they...
Casey Mears, gets tagged
and nowhere
hard.
for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to go in that 88 car.
Two more cars hard in the wall behind them. One is Hornish.
Someone has run underneath the 5 car, it looks
like.
The
other's Reed Sorensen, and Mears ends up on his roof. Trail on the track that Hornish's car wouldn't stop or steer as he got underneath Mears. It was dropping a lot of fluid and ended up just tumbling him over.
Yeah.
And now they're 4 wide going into 1.
That's it.
Oh, and around goes a 7. Hard into the outside wall.
Buddy, hang on. Hang on.
On the apron, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2.
And normally you think you're going to get down here, you're going to slide up into the racetrack, but he just never had a chance to. Allgaier just kind of, I think, needed to give that spot up, get out of the throttle, but knowing there's a race win, if you can make it work, maybe ahead of you, just chose to stay in the gas.
And look at this car. It gets up on its side. It's sliding. You know, these cars have roof flaps that design them to stay on the ground when you see a high-speed rollover at, say, a restrictor plate track. But here, that wasn't really an aerodynamic thing. The cars aren't going at top speed on this restart. That's just the force of this car hitting that outside wall, throws it up into the air, and then, Jeff, as we saw, it slides to a stop on its roof.
Whoa, Busch is around. Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh my gosh. You see Jeff down there, he just gets down on this left corner, and we've seen that time and time and time again.
got to stay off the left side. What do we do about that, though, man? How do we fix it? The drivers just have to make the decision that they've got to lay off that left side.
Look at this long slide for Gordon. And that's Kurt Busch tangled up with him and Jimmy Johnson. And that car still hasn't lost much of its momentum as it goes side over side and comes to rest.
Michael
on
made
its roof.
A really good point, though, Mike. These cars are so much bigger than the cars were 5 years ago.
With just a few laps remaining, Green is back out at Kern. Whoa, in trouble in the middle of the pack.
Drew Landauer there is involved. Oh, 14 goes over there.
Matt Levine on his lid in the 14 car. The second one is actually the restart line, and the bottom line, Parker, goes, but the top line, which is the control line, really doesn't.
Yeah, I got to think Partridge maybe jumped a little bit, and Gillen was caught off guard. When you see what happens here is that when they have that bottleneck, the 54 gets turned by the 14 Levine, and then...
Whoa, there he goes.
Oh,
there
Bickles around, and Earnhardt got him, and up and over goes the 21 of Quaffle.
Another Richard Childress car, and this one is upside down.
Ninth caution, lap 183, so close to the finish, and yet so far.
Here we go. These guys are coming off, and you can see right there the back of Bickles' car is a little loose. He never makes any contact with the 26. Spins around right in front of Kerry Earnhardt, and here comes the 21 car. And see, he was trying to turn out from behind him. Also back here, I believe that's Christian Elder spins around as well. There's a car down here in the grass.
Yes.
Wow. Cars going everywhere. What a mess.
Here's a different look at it.
Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paludo was upside down. It's on fire now.
Matt Crafton, let's take another look.
That's Jeb in the black truck.
Being pushed by Miguel Paludo. He got pushed sideways into Kyle Busch.
That sends Busch sideways. Dakota Armstrong in the 60 was able to stay clear up high.
Watch Paludo flip over when Kyle gets on the right rear of his truck.
See David Starr go by.
Kyle
Chris Fontaine going by. Justin Lofton, the 6 truck. There's Clay Greenfield in the 68. John West Townley in the 7 going by on the inside.
I think there might be one more impact for...
Yeah, Kyle Busch did get hit one more time.
Kyle Busch, I'm thinking maybe it was the...
We watched, though, the 32 still upside down. He'll end up rolling just at the end as he gets hit one more time here.
Yeah. The sliding down the racetrack isn't that bad. It's the landing on the racetrack that hurts you in a flip.
Elliott Sadler, big run right there. You saw what he did.
Oh, around goes the 60. Austin Cindric wrecking in front of the crowd. Daniel Hemrick's caught up. Tyler Reddick, Cindric, barrel rolls.
See when you're done, Pablo.
Lands back on his wheels.
Okay, Matt Tiff trying to make a lot happen.
They enter the corner. It's up the racetrack a little bit. Matt Tiff's going to try to drive in there to get to his inside, and they just got together. 60 of Austin Cindric just wasn't on the very bottom of the racetrack. Opened up a little bit of hole that Matt Tiff you thought was there, and then you see right here the contact with Reddick. Started Cindric's flipping.
Oh, there it goes.
In the middle.
Oh, no.
Austin Wayne
himself and upside down is the 45 of Majeski.
Let's hope he gets back on his tires here.
That thing's square on the roof. What a shame.
Ty Majeski and his truck comes to a stop.
Time of the race especially, but it's hard to make it work through there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just not the spot to do it. And these are some of the mistakes that will be made throughout this race. As these drivers have more and more experience, they realize, hey, don't touch each other going through that tri-oval. It is a decent turn, and it doesn't have the banking that turns 1, 2, 3, and 4 have. It's quite a bit flatter, so the car's not compressed into the racetrack, loaded like you really want it to. It's an uneasy feeling, especially when someone's tagging you in the back bumper